Well, hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I've been going around some electric fence anyway. Uh, I've been listening to the radio a little bit, and I heard them talking about uh, Tulsi Gabbard, but before I do that, I watched a pinball preparedness video this morning, and he was talking about England wanting to arrest people here in the United States for their Facebook post as a domestic terrorist or whatever if they criticize England or whatever. But what a joke. You know, I think they forgot what happened to them the last time they tried to do something here in America. I believe that was, 1776 or, I believe we kicked them out of here, didn't we? Yeah, thereabouts, I think. Yeah, maybe. The world has gone crazy. They're in England is in a civil war. Germany, all gone communist. You know, you think it. England fought the Nazis. We had to come in and have a world war to save their hind end. Now they're going communist. Remarkable. But my great uncle fought in that war. And he was there in some of them liberation camps to liberate the Jewish people, the horrors that he saw. So, I actually had two great uncles in World War II. So, England, you can kiss where the sun don't shine. I'll say what I want to. This is America. We have a constitution and freedom of speech. And speaking of that, being surveilled, Tulsi Gabbard, she left the Democratic Party and started criticizing China Joe Biden and Communist Harris administration. And she was put on a list and surveilled and deemed as a terrorist. Ain't that something? She serves in the military, been to Iraq to fight, and they put her on a domestic terrorist list and been surveilled. So if they can do that to people like her, then it come out that old China Joe Biden and Communist Harris has got a team that if you make a Facebook post where if you criticize their administration or you put up anything, maybe you put up Go Trump or whatever, they actually target you. If you put up anything, they target you to Facebook, to flag you, to put up disinformation, and I'm sure it's on YouTube and all platforms. So we are more socialist state than you realize with this current administration. And they want to continue it to do that, these Democrats and the higher powers above them, to install Communist Harriet and Tampon Tim to continue to turn us into a full socialist nation, a surveillance state. Like old Tampon Tim had that, call on your neighbor. And if you listen to her speech, I believe it was yesterday, I caught it last night when she was talking to the union, when she started talking about the collective. One person can't do it. It takes the collective. The collective. You work for the collective. To get what you want, you join the collective. That is code for socialism. And I'm tired of people getting on and saying, oh, you don't know what socialism means. You don't know what communism means. Well, you know what? I listened to my great uncles when I was a young boy at the stories in World War II. Yes, I think I've got a pretty good definition of what socialism and communism is. I think I got a pretty good definition of it. When you work to better the state. You give everything you work for the state, and they give you back. You give them steak, they give you back peanut butter sandwiches. That's pretty much that's pretty much it. And, you know, they act like socialism is love. It's joyful warriors. Yeah, them brown shorts. Them brown shirts and Nazi Germany was full of love, wasn't it? When they dragged them Jewish people kicking and screaming in them train cars, and a lot of them was fools to get in them train cars because they thought they was going somewhere else. But they went to their deaths, just like the people that are showing up to these communist Harris and tampon Tim rallies. They're going willingly. And there's some Democrats around here who believe they don't believe in the new Democratic Party, but they voting for like it was the old Democratic Party. They'll say, "Oh, the Democrats are for the poor and the needy." No, that's your grandpa's Democrat Party. This is a new socialist party, and these people don't understand because they watch this CNN and MSNBC and NBC and ABC, and they're indoctrinated just like the young people. You can try to have a conversation with them. But I've seen here in the last little bit that I used to be talking to that tree. So that's why I'm on here every other day or two, trying to get people to get up and talk to your friends and neighbors. How important it is not to set out this election, that we have got to have every vote. We have got to get people out to the polls, and I did turn one Democrat. I sure did. I turned him to the Republican side. Well, I turned him to Trump's side because he sees what's going on in this country, and he sees what's going on right around here with what they're trying to do on some taking farms and turn them into solar farms and a lot of things, underhanded things going on. But that's all over the country. But the biggest thing is we have got to change hearts and minds. We've got to do everything in our power, and I'm gonna get on here where I don't get one view or 50 views or however how many of you, if I can get one more person to get up and go vote and try to take our country back and get it back on the right path. You know, we don't need sanctuary states for children that you can take parents' rights, that they can go into a state and have their tallywhacker cut off and rent for life. You know, this is not America. You know, and parents being arrested at PTA meetings. You know, back when I was young, you could go to a board of supervisors meeting, have a stern argument on the way the county should be run, and walk up and shake the hands and turn around and walk down. They've got the law standing in there because they're afraid. They know they're doing wrong, and when they have to have the law standing by, they know that their policies are wrong. They know they're going against the will of the people. But it's all about control. It's all about this one world order, this economic form junk. Think about it, people. When she starts talking about the collective, that's going to ought to give you something to think about. It ought to give you something to think about that China Joe Biden and the communist Harris administration has actually been surveilling people online, having you shadow banned, having these platforms put liberal feeds up in your where you'll see their content, no conservative content or Christian content. Try to block out Christian content or conservative views. Call it disinformation. If it comes off the mainstream media news, they'll flag it disinformation or election interference or whatever they want, or how they want to put it, to stop you from supporting your candidate. If you support taking our country back for, Christian values, they hate that. They hate that. We have to stand up. And one voice, and we've got to come together, people. We have got to come together. All us conservatives, Christian conservatives, Republicans, we have got to come together and come out in massive numbers and vote. Or we're going to lose our country. Our children and grandchildren will grow up in a socialist communist state. They'll work for, as Communist Harris says, for the collective. Go look at her speech to the Union yesterday, and you'll see what I'm talking about. See for yourself. She is a socialist, and so is Tampon Tim. They're the worst kind. We have got to stop these people from ever assuming power. Now we need President Trump back in there so he can start dismantling this deep state and getting these people that's dug. A lot of them was placed in there during Obama's time, and they're still in there, and they're growing. With the China Joe Biden and the Communist Harris administration, they're growing them because they hate me and you. It's all about power and control. It's up to me and you to stop it. God bless you, and the good Lord will, and I'll see you next time. Let's pray for Trump and each other that we have the strength to stand up together and take our country back. Never give up the fight, people. My great uncles never give up the fight overseas. And shame on England. They fought for your freedom. Shame on you.